Well, the ANC presidential candidate, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, is today expected to address a group of disgruntled party members in the Mangaung region in Bloemfontein. This after they convened a parallel conference at the same time as another faction in Bloemfontein 2 weeks ago. Mkhize's visit comes as the party's Interim Provincial Committee, the IPC, announces that the provincial conference is expected to be held next month. It says that the ANC's January 8th statement is also scheduled to be held in the Free State.
Well, good afternoon. We are meeting here in Bloemfontein at the City Hall, where the factions or the other factions of the ANC that held parallel conference 2 weeks ago. We know that 2 weeks ago we had the Interim Regional Committee of the ANC, where they held the Mangaung Regional Conference. And during that time, there were two parallel conferences that were running. The one was held here in at the President Hotel, and the other one was held at Imvelo Lodge. But it looks like the IPC in the Free State only recognized the one that was held in Imvelo Lodge. But the two conferences both came at the end with their new leadership structure to lead Mangaung. But to tell us more with regard to today's meeting here, because today here at City Hall, we are expecting former Minister of Health, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, to address these members of the ANC. And in that meeting today, he's accompanied by Mr. Kalnihaus. Mr. Kalnihaus, good morning and thank you for your time. Why are you here? What sort of message are you bringing to these members of the ANC, where we say that the ANC in the region is divided?
Good morning. I'm here to say that I'm prepared to support any candidate that is standing against Cyril Ramaphosa. So I'm not going to make a choice for a particular candidate. I'm making a choice for principle and for policy position. The principle is that you cannot have someone who has been found by an independent panel to have a prima facie case against him to continue to be the president of the ANC and to be allowed to stand as a candidate for the National Executive Committee of the ANC and especially for the presidency of the ANC. So Cyril Ramaphosa should be persona non grata in the 55th National Conference. He should not be allowed to stand. That's my first point. The second point is we need to push for the official economic policy program of the ANC, which is radical economic transformation. And I support all of those who are prepared to work for radical economic transformation and who are prepared to say that Ramaphosa must go. So my presence here in Mangaung today is a simple message. Cyril Ramaphosa must go. We cannot allow him to stay on as the president of the ANC beyond the 55th National Conference. If we allow that to happen, we will destroy the ANC. The contradictions are too much. You cannot have a criminal, you cannot have someone who behaves like a mafia boss to then be the president of the African National Congress. Therefore, he must go in order to save the ANC. And I'm calling on every delegate in the ANC who is going to the 55th National Conference to understand that basic political logic and then to take the right decision to vote against him and to vote for a candidate that will truly make sure that we can save the ANC and that the ANC will once again become the leader of society and bring the desired change that our people hope so much for.
Going to the 55th conference this coming week, we see where the ANC currently, provincially and nationally, the ANC is fragmented. How do you go about or intend to ensure that you unite the ANC going to the conference and coming out of conference with whatever leader that you intend to elect? As you are saying, you go with anything that is anti-Ramaphosa.
We need to unite around the message that Ramaphosa must go. That's the central message. Ramaphosa must go. The second message is we must adopt policies in the conference that will support radical economic transformation, will mean that the land in this country will be restituted to the people, so it will be returned to the people without compensation. The Reserve Bank will be nationalized. Our economic fundamental structures will be radically changed in order to serve our people and allow young black and especially African people to rise and also be able to command the commanding heights of our economy. If we can do those two things, we will save the ANC. If we fail, if we allow Ramaphosa to cheat his way back into the presidency of the ANC, I am telling you today unequivocally, without any doubt, the African National Congress will disintegrate and it will be destroyed.
Well, that's what we heard for you from the Bloemfontein City Hall, where Mr. Karl Niehaus is part of the leadership that will be addressing the members of the ANC in the Mangaung region. And you heard from what he was saying that he's talking about radical economic transformation and anything that is anti-Ramaphosa, anyone that who will be elected, he goes with it. He's not hiding his feeling with regard to what should happen in the coming 55th ANC National Conference.